Is there a way to make an ICO and issue your own token in one contract? Yes, there is, and it is super easy. Let me show you how. This is the contract I made as an example. I compiled this contract using some of those which I found in the internet, and I added some code for functional purposes to increase the functionality. So it is super easy. If you want, I will just show you some places where you need to make edits, and here you go. First edit which you need to make is to change the start of the crowd sale. These numbers are Unix date. So in particular, these numbers means the 3rd of September, 8:10 UTC. So what I will do with this, you might say? There is a way. You can copy these numbers and open website unixtimestamp.com. Here you can choose any date you would like for your ICO to start and just put it right here and press convert. And here you go. These numbers means this time. But you must notice that it is in UTC. So where I live, it is UTC plus 3. So if I want for my crowd sale to start at 12 a.m., I will put here 12 a.m. minus 3. So it will be 9 p.m. Be wary. After you get your timestamp, you just paste it right here. And you can change this, just like notice, to make everything perfect. The next thing you need to change is the constructor, the public function. First of all, you need to pick your token name, like any name that you would like to have. For example, right here I say any name because in example we can use any name. And the symbols for your token. I highly do not recommend you to use more than 3-4 letters. Right here it is any name. Now decimals. About decimals, I basically did not found any good tutorials or examples which can explain what the decimals really is. So let me try to do this. For example, right here it is 0. What does that mean? It means that my one token, one any name token, can be splitted only to 1. Like it cannot be less than 1. So for example, if you want to have 0.5 any name token, any name token, that cannot be. Or if you want to have 0.6 or 0.1, etc. It cannot be because you defined decimals are 0. If you want to have this kind of formatting, it is super easy. Put there 1. If you want to have something like, for example, 0.01 or 0.06, etc., put here 2 decimals. And that is it. Now, many of those contracts which you can find in the GitHub, in the internet, they say like I have 18 decimals. Basically, what does that mean? It means that someone thinks that it is a good idea to split his token in a number which has 18 zeros after the decimal. Come on, I don't think it's a good idea. But maybe it is for in concrete your case. Right here it is 0. The next thing you need to change is the bonus period. This contract provides you to make a bonus price for investors to buy your tokens. It is the start of crowd sale, which we defined right here, plus the amount of time which you want your bonus to last. So right now it is a testing contract, so I put here 16 minutes. You can put here +1 days, as far as I remember it is days, not day like, or maybe hours or weeks. You can Google on ethereum.org website. You can find there any variants of timing which you can use in your contracts, like hours, minutes, weeks, etc. The next thing is end of crowd sale. Just put here plus 2 hours, for example. It works the same method as in this string. Of course, you don't want this to be less than this, because in this approach you will provide only with one price for your investors, and that is honestly what you don't want to have. The next thing is hard cap. This is like the total amount of ETA which your ICO want to receive, to collect. If your ICO will reach this level, it will automatically shut down. It will not accept any further transactions. So, like, define it wisely. Right here it is 5,000 ETA. So that is not too much, as I think. The next thing which we want to change, it is the bonus period, the bonus prices, I'm sorry. So right here we have bonus price, this line, and by the bonus I want to have like a large bonus 100% and a basis price, like a standard price without the bonus. I will give 500 tokens for 1 ETA, and as a bonus I will give 1000 tokens for 1 ETA. So you can change this to the amount you want, and this. I do not recommend you to change this thing. So for example, if you want like to sell 5 tokens for 1 ETA, like you are really greedy, so you can place here 6, like if you're really greedy, or you can or you can place here 500 if you want to for demand to increase like drastically. In testing I just put those numbers and it is fine. And so basically it one more thing. As you maybe noticed, we do not have any total supply cap mentioned in the contract, and that is for a reason. I decided to make the logic in that way that we do not need to define the total supply cap, but we can calculate it. If we have a hard cap of 5,000 ETA, and for example we have all our ETA level achieved during the bonus period, so that means for 1 ETA we will send 1,000 tokens. We can make an easy calculation. 5,000 multiplying 1,000, 5 million. That means 5 million tokens. It is a maximum cap of your token to be issued. So if you want this to be a different number, you can just play with those two. So I will explain in details the code in the second part of the video. Right now, if you just want to make it quick, I will not pay any attention to other things. But right now, you probably ask, if I just make all the changes, what shall I do next? And I will explain you. After you make all the changes, you just copy all this code and enter a really great application in remix.ethereum.org. It is an application which helps you to understand if the code is written correctly. Well, for some reason, I really don't know why, this website is not opening from my place. I don't know why. Maybe there are some DNS issues on the Ethereum side, so I cannot show you how to work with it. But you just copy this code, paste it in the window, and click compile. The thing is that on the right side you must not see anything red appears. If there is something red, probably you made a mistake or a typo while working with the contract. If everything compiled correctly, that means your contract is ready to be published. So right now, how about the publishing? Especially for me, I use Ethereum wallet, like an official application, not the My Ethereum wallet, but the Ethereum wallet. And what you do next? You copy all this code, which you already checked in Remix, and paste it into Ethereum wallet. First of all, you of course need to download it and create an account. And of course, you need to have some Ether on it. There are some ways to, yes, it is a test network, Ringby, so there are some ways how you can receive Ether for free. You can make a simple search or even mine it. So you have some Ether and you created an account. What you shall do next, you click right here, contracts. These are all some testing contracts. You click deploy new contract and paste all this code right here. Just give some time for this application to think, and if everything goes well, you will see something like this: pick a contract. And if you do not see this, again, you made some mistakes. Please see the message which you will receive here and make some edits. So you have right here 5 contracts. That means our contract includes 5 other contracts, which the one you need called example ICO. It is right here. After you click this, you will deploy it. It will match the gas to the current needs, and you enter the password which you entered while creating this account in Ethereum wallet. So in my case it is something like that. Yes, it is. And now you need to wait while this contract will be deployed to the blockchain. As you can see, this line looks like a little bit transparent. So we just need to wait while the transaction will go through. Right now, I did not, in this example, I did not change the time. So the time will be this. And the crowd sale is already will be closed because 2 hours from that time will already pass. So I cannot interact with it. But that's okay. I will understand you how to work with even if it is not working right now. So the contract is still pending. Sometimes it takes a couple of minutes even. Sometimes it makes it goes instantly almost. We can see on the Etherscan that the transaction is like pending and it really needs some time. This time it will be long because we have this notification. Okay, that's okay. For example, we just published this contract right here. You will click and open the manager console for this contract, clicking here on the name of the contract. So what you will see here is some lines which will provide you with information. I just quickly explain what it is. Like start of crowd sale 2 days ago, end of crowd sale in 2 hours, but still 2 days ago. Was crowd sale stopped? There are some things which I'll discuss in the second part. I think you are not interested to know this right now. And the main thing, this is our hard cap in way. So in Ether it is 5,000. And crowd sale is not active because the time has passed. After you deploy this contract, you can copy the address of your contract, and maybe you would like to test it whether it works correctly. And that is easy to do. You just need a MetaMask account, and you click send. You need MetaMask account with Ether on it, and you need to check whether are you on the same test network as where you deployed the contract. So it is Ringby here, and it is Ringby here. Click send, paste your address, which you copied right here, and enter the amount which you want to send. Well, right now it will not work. We will have a rejection. So still I can show you this. So I'm sending one ether to the contract. Here it goes, but it will be rejected because the crowd sale is closed. And let's say what next? This contract, as far as I remember, have the same like rules for the price. So if I just send one ether, I'm planning to get 500 tokens if bonus time is over and 1000 tokens if bonus time is active by sending one ether. I think it will work correctly, so there is no need to pay some more attention to this. But there is one thing more. You probably ask, how can I see whether I did receive the tokens? And here is the way. You just, sorry, I just made it quick. Up, up. You press here. It is open in tab. And you click add token. It is in Russian, but I think you will manage to do this. Custom token or user token. And paste here the address of the ICO contract where it was deployed. This one. Bach. And you have the symbol of the tokens and the decimals. ANN, and there is ANN. We can see this by scrolling. Yeah, ANN. And after you click next, it will say that the balance is still 0 because we didn't manage to send this transaction. But if you will manage, and for example you send one ether, so you will receive either 1000 or 500 or any other numbers which you defined in the contract. And this way you will understand that your contract works. Of course you need to test it. So despite all those testing which I did for this contract, and there were really a lot of testing, maybe you could possibly make some typo, and it is better to test it still. And basically this is it for the first part. So this method allows you to make ICO and issue a token. That's all. And here's the part 2. I will explain like how does the contract works. If you're not interested, you can just switch off the video. First of all, we have contract safe math. It is a boilerplate contract, and it uses for making some multiplications, some dividing, some adding, like in a most safe way. It is used in many contracts, and it is really comfortable. You don't need to make any changes there. The same goes with your C20 interface. It's just like a standard code. You don't need to make any changes. The same here. Contract owned. This contract defines who is the owner. So the owner is the address which deploys the contract. So right now, if I deploy, let's see, if I deploy, where is it? Okay, if I deploy it from this account 1, the owner will be this address. And also this contract provides you an option to transfer ownership. Maybe for some reason you would like to do this. The next contract is the our ICO contract itself. First, one thing I would like to point your attention on is the names of the variables. Like I would like to have them as more would like to have them written in more humanly way as it possible. For example, if a variable called was crowd sale stopped and it is a boolean, so we can receive either true or false. It will say that was crowd sale stopped? True. That means crowd sale was stopped. Like an obvious solution. It is not something like close crowd S1. 1. So make all those names in a really understandable way. Also because you will find all those variables right here. Yeah, our contract is still pending. Okay. We'll pick any other. Sorry, right here. Yes. So check balance of. It is a function. Start of the crowd sale, end of crowd sale. You see this comfortable, like a human way to read the information, and it is all right here. Start of crowd sale, end of crowd sale. Those capital letters means that you want some space before them. So like start of crowd sale, 2 capital letters, and we can have here like this normal letter, but we have some spaces between them. You can use this method for your crowd sale. Hard cap, way raised, bonus cents, way raised. I will explain it later. So these are variables which we will use in our contract. Check balance off, token released. It is also the standard code, as same as transfer and approve and transfer from and allowance and approve and call. These are like standard interface for ERC20 and for token needs. And where you see payable, it means that this function will receive Ether. And that means it is the one we need here in our ICO. And we have here one interesting thing. It is a requirement. The requirement says that we need to have crowd sale is active as true, and we need the minimal amount of Ether to receive is equal or more than 0.01 Ether. So this is a minimal contribution. I think it is all clear with this one. And what about this? Here is the function. It's public view and it returns boolean. If we do not define the boolean, we want to have it as true. And there are some conditions. We want to our start of the crowd sale be equal or less than now. In Solidity, you can just say now, and it will understand that now is now. And we want our now to be less or equal than crowd sale end. And we want our way raised to be less than hard cap. Like way raised, it is the amount of way we received, and hard cap we define it in the beginning. So if hard cap is achieved, crowd sale is active will be automatically false, and so the contract will not accept any further payments. And crowd sale stopped is false. What is it? Function stop crowd sale, it is like a manual remote control for your crowd sale, which allows you to stop it if something goes wrong. Or for example, you just publish it and then you decided, I made some mistakes in prices, so I want to fix it. But this contract is managed like you cannot fix it because I think it is more safe way for your investors if you cannot just change a thing before the beginning and to fool your investors. But you can stop the crowd sale and say like, okay, that crowd sale, that address is a bad address, do not use it, you will not receive any Ether, and here is a new one. So what does the stop crowd sale do? First of all, how you can stop the crowd sale? You can stop it by launching the stop crowd sale from this menu. Execute. Press execute and it will be stopped. It must be executed only from the owner's address, because we have here only owner. And it will say that was crowd sale stopped? True. Why do we need it? Let's return to the Ethereum wallet. Was crowd sale stopped? No. But crowd sale is active? No. So what does that mean to a user? It means that crowd sale is not active and he cannot invest it, but the crowd sale was not stopped. So that means that crowd sale ended by like a natural way. So either the time was passed, or the amount of way we received is equal to the hard cap. But if we will press stop crowd sale, we will see here was crowd sale stopped? Yes. So the investor will understand that we manually stopped it. And we also will have here crowd sale is active? No. Also, let's read it through. Way raised, it is the amount of way we received in way. So if I send 1 ether, it will be 1000000, etc. Numbers of contributions. So this is the amount of transactions. If you see the code, it says that actually counts number of contributions. So not like the amount of unique contributors, but the amount of total contributions made. So I can invest 3 times to this ICO, and that will count as 3, but not 1. I just made it, maybe it will be some useful statistics for you. This is some versioning. Tokens released. So this is the amount of tokens we released to the blockchain. So if someone sends us 1 ether, and we say that for 1 ether we will give either 500 or 1000 if the bonus is active, we will have here 500 or 1000. And this method concerns each of the transactions we receive. Here we have the owner. It says account 1. This one. Oh, wait, the managing. Second. Yes, so we have symbol. Crowd sale is active. No. Last transactions received that way. This function shows us how much weight did we receive in the last transaction, not in global. Also, I added because I think maybe it will be useful for your statistics. And we have here hard cap. So basically, this is it. Like, I made the contract easy, like not super complicated, where you have migrations and like contracting 5 contracts which will interact between each other, and you import in one, you import the others. This one is really simple, really like straightforward, and it is accessible for anyone to use. But also it provides some comfort for investors. The investors will know that the price will not change, the date will not change, the bonus will not change, and anything else you declare here will not change, because the contract is written this way. And also it provides to anyone on the blockchain information, like not each, well, I must say practically not any ICO shows you clearly how much money did the ICO received. Like most of the ICOs say like we received $10 million, and they paste it on the website saying, yeah, we received everything. But well, I don't know whether it is true. But this contract will show how much way was raised by the crowd sale, and this information is available for anyone to see, all this information. So if you have any questions, please ask them. I will try to answer as soon as possible. I hope you enjoy this. Bye.